Tuesday saw a game update for The Sims 4 that added a new main menu, revamped Townie homes, and brought performance and memory improvements and bug fixes. It also added new bugs and broke some mods. Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to my Sims 4 news video. We're going to start with the update and everything that entails, including some troubleshooting steps to take if you're having problems after updating. And then we're going to discuss the new bugs and the mod impact. The update went live at 10 a.m. Pacific on Tuesday, January 14th, and for once we got the patch notes before the update went live, probably due to the update being announced in the Behind the Sims, which I have a separate video on. I'll link at the end. So the update notes say, New Year brings the Sims birthday preparations. And then it goes on to show the game version numbers, which you should have if you've updated. And it starts, Hoopel Borpna Simmers. Okay, it's not February yet, but the Sims' 25th birthday is just around the corner, and it's exciting to think about 25 years of the Sims, and if the actual birthday is February 4th. So then they talk about the update rolling out and to keep reporting to Answers HQ, and if you want to start the birthday party early, to join them on the Sims Discord. So to start with, what's new in The Sims 4? We have some base game updates, which includes that main menu visual refresh, and it had a bit of fresh paint, less clutter, and the desire to keep information clear and discoverable for you. The Sims in the center are your last played household Sims, all of them, and any important updates and information from the Sims are focused now on the right side. So here's what they show in the patch notes and also in the Behind the Sims, and this is a little different looking than what we actually got in our game update. It's even more different looking if you're on computer because this is a console version, but even on console there's some differences. This showed that it would have the day of the week and the time, and that isn't in the new version. And then the load game through the scenarios, they're all the same size here, and that's not the case. Load game and new game are bigger than the gallery and scenarios. Whether they're planning on changing that or not, I'm not really sure, but those are the main differences. Also, the Sims are a little bigger here than they have been in anything that I've seen, including my own, which here's an example from my game. So you can see what it actually looks like, at least for me and most people I've seen share. It looks the same way. Note, if you start the game with no Sims in, like you've done a factory reset of your game, this is what you see. And it doesn't matter what packs you have, you'll still see these townies from the various different packs, because I tried going in. This was with me having all of my packs disabled. It made no difference. Now, another thing I've noted is that if you use custom content on your Sims, even when the custom content is enabled, the Sims on the main menu showing here don't have that custom content. I don't use custom content, so I can't confirm whether or not that's true. I'd love to know if you've experienced that yourself in a comment. So next, the patch notes talk about the upcoming Blast from the Past event. So it starts on February 4th, and it's a birthday event that will feature rewards inspired by iconic items from the 2000s, such as a milk carton, telephone, alarm clock, triple-tiered birthday cake, an inflatable chair, and a love seat. And you can see all the items there. Note that the phones are not functional. They're just decorative. However, the alarm clock, buffet table, cake, and dance floor are functional. There are rooms in the gallery with some of the build buy items, but when I tried placing it, I got an items removed message. So here's a video clip of the items which shows the functionality, which I also included in my Behind the Sims video. One fun thing is that the cake, which is much bigger than the cake you bake in the game, has two functions. One is to use it as a birthday cake, and the other is that Sims can hide inside and jump out, which is quite fun. And you can see from this video that it shows, the functionality of everything. Note that one of the new bugs, which I'll discuss in more detail later, is with the dance floors, though this bug does not affect the dance floor from the event. You can actually use it. Next in the patch notes is about the performance and memory improvement. So they say there should be smoother gameplay because they've optimized mouse movements, so it should prevent slowdowns and making gameplay more responsive on PC, console, and Mac. They have improved graphics and performance. On Mac and PlayStation 4, they've optimized how graphic data is handled, resulting in smoother and more efficient rendering and overall performance. So that's just for Mac and PlayStation 4. And then they've done something for memory efficiency. Various enhancements have been made to save memory across all platforms, helping the game run more smoothly and reducing crashes. I haven't actually had a chance to play, so I can't say whether that's the case. I know a couple of friends have said that they thought maybe it was smoother. I'd be curious what your experience has been. Then we have the base game Townie Home Refresh. So new year, new homes. All Townie homes in Willow Creek and Oasis Springs have been updated and renovated to breathe some fresh life into classic lots. So next up, we had the base game Townie Home Refresh. So new year, new homes. All Townie homes in Willow Creek and Oasis Springs have been updated and renovated to breathe some fresh life into classic lots. So this is just the Townie homes. The other homes in Willow Creek and Oasis Springs there are still the same. So in Willow Creek, that's 4. We have the Cypress Terrace, Ophelia Villa, Peak Hearth, and Garden Essence. So that is the Spencer Lewis, and then the Goss, the Pancakes, and the BFFs, respectively. In Oasis Springs, you had Sultry Springside, Affluista Mansion, Cacti Casa, and Slipshod Mesquite. And that is the Calientes, the Land Grabs, the Roomies, and Johnny Zest, respectively. So both the legacy and updated lots are automatically available in the My Library tab, though note that there are a couple of houses, including Ophelia Villa, that were already in the My Library tab. They're further down, so the ones near the top are going to be the ones that are new, and it says legacy for the old version, and the new one just has the name near the top. So in new saves, players who start a game will automatically see the updated lots in the world. And in existing saves, if you want them, you can manually update them by placing the new lots. Now, please note that in existing saves, it may look like the new builds have been placed. However, this is only visual and only happens if you've not edited the build in that save. If you've edited, replaced, or bulldozed the lot before the update, your version will show immediately. If not, just load the lot. From the map view, I went in through build mode and then return to map view, and then you'll see the old version if you don't change it to the new version at that point, of course. There is a report on both the new forums and EA Answer headquarters about it, but it is just a visual thing and it's easily changed. So there's the old and new land grab house. There's the before and after for the Goss Ophelia Villa. That this is from the Behind the Sims, and same, this is the Garden Essence, the BFFs. Garden Essence before on the left and the after on the right. Now here is what the map looks like for Willow Creek, and this is what it looks like with the EA renovated Townie lots, and it looks like that. Like I said, if you have not touched those lots, it'll look like that, but they're not actually changed in existing saves. And that's what it looked like previously. That's with the old lots. And in this case, this was a save that I had previously, and I actually had to go in and go back out for all 4 houses to then show the old lots on the map view. That's how I got that. And then here is what the Oasis Springs map view looks like with the EA renovated Townie lots. And again, this is when I went into my game, which was an existing save. It showed it. My Sims lived in Oasis Springs there. That's why you can see green plumb bob over a house that wasn't one of those. And then I had gone in and come back out. So it has the view with the original Townie homes because I just left them the same. Just because I was just trying to get the view and not planning on going and doing any editing. And here is an old save of mine where I had actually renovated a couple of the saves. So the Goss has my version without me doing anything, but the like the Spencer Lewis on the left hand side, that's looks like the new version, but of course it isn't. It's just because I had the same with the BFFs. I think I'd gone in and edited the pancakes in that house, so that house is the old edited version of their house. So that's just sort of what you might see if you had edited some lots but not the others. And when you first load in, you'll see some new versions of the houses. And I'm just sort of showing that because I've seen a few people asking. So now we're going to move along to the bug fixes. So this was not on the laundry list that I can recall for the console. So they had a potion color issue on consoles that they would change the gray after loading a saved game. And then there was some texture reloading optimization on Xbox One. So that was not in the laundry list. And I will make a note if everywhere else I highlighted it in yellow, just the whole console section wasn't in there. So I just said it. So here for base game, they fixed DX11. So in full screen mode, you're supposed to now be able to alt tab out. I notice it's a little laggy for me. But anyways, it does work. And also work and off hours interaction does not clear the tense buff for Workaholic Sim, which I'm not sure why that's a base game thing, because that's from Snowy Escape. And then we had a discomfort relief value was missing from bathtubs, and it's not supposed to be anymore. And purchase garlic seeds has its own interaction and should be categorized available under the purchase seeds interaction. Of course, garlic seeds are vampire thing, but I guess the whole purchasing is just considered base game, I suppose. And then on the very bottom, we've got revives now available on the dead cow plant. Pawns properly display water fixtures, textures, and map view, and comfort value attribute is no longer missing for toilet objects. So toilets and bathtubs got comfort. It was there, it just now you can see it, I'm guessing. It just wasn't showing before. Now, for bug fixes affecting multiple packs, again, I haven't highlighted it. They were just on the laundry list. And what wasn't on the laundry list is there's now invite to hang out at current lot interaction is no longer available on infants in the sim profile, which is kind of funny. And then for these ones, Cats and Dogs, Discovery University, and Eco Lifestyle, they were expected. They were on the laundry list. I did a separate video on the laundry list. For the next group here, there were a couple there for high school years that were not on the laundry list. The Bronze Prom reward now unlocks correctly in the Build By catalog, and Hide from Paparazzi interaction is available for Sims with fame level 3 and below. So those, I don't know why that's a high school years thing, because you'd think that'd be a Get Famous thing, but whatever. It was not on the laundry list. Now, for Growing Together, this particular one that it linked to, it is marked as fixed, but they mentioned something about milestones for toddlers' movement skill, which I thought was going to be the one where if they age up with some skill and it doesn't properly unlock those toddler movement milestones, that would be fixed. But it's not been fixed. That particular issue is still outstanding, but it is a separate bug report from this one here that was indicated as closed. And then we have a dine out fix that wasn't on the laundry list. Sparkling water is now available under the fizzy category. And that is it. This is everything. And everything that was on the laundry list was on the patch notes. So it all got fixed. But there were a few extra small bug fixes, which is why I thought I would mention them. Now, if you had any problems after updating, this is really for computer players. The first thing that you usually should do is move your mods folder to your desktop, because mods did break. Not all of them, but enough. Check your saves folder for any mod setting files. Move those out too if there are any. Repair your game in the EA app or Origin if you're on an older map. And on Steam, this is verify game files. Delete your local thumb cache file. If your game works with the mods folder out, do the following. Check on the status of your mods in CC, and the two good places to look are either Loose List over on EA Answer Headquarters or Scarlet's List. Scarlet's List will also cover not safe for work mods, whereas Loose won't, because it's on EA Answer Headquarters and no mods that raise the game rating can be covered over there. And you could also try doing a 50-50 of your mods. If the issue persists with your mods folder out, check EA Answer Headquarters if it's been reported and if it hasn't, considered doing a bug report. And then if that doesn't work, you can try doing a factory reset of your user files, and see description. I'll have a link to Krinrik's guide on how to do that. And mods and custom content are automatically disabled with most updates, and they would have been with this one because it was a pretty big update after all. Now I'm going to talk about the actual new bugs since the update. So one of the most common one is this clutter items are not showing up in Build By. They are still in the game, but when you go into the Build By catalog, you don't see them there. If you know the name of the clutter, you can hunt for them and find them. But if you just look without hunting for a name, you will not see them. A lot of people have gone over and added a Me Too. I haven't even looked, so I don't have my Me Too on here, but I'm assuming that I would also be experiencing that, but 395 is still quite a lot. Someone has provided a list of I don't know if this is all of it, but a lot of the items that are quote unquote missing from the build by catalog. The other thing is you can't, if you happen to have it in your build already, don't use the clone tool on it. It won't work. It throws a last exception. And I've heard some people say that if you use it, it just stops the clone tool working altogether until you restart your game. These things are there. If you put the names in the search bar, you should be able to find them. They're not gone for the game. They're just not easily found in the build by catalog. The next bug is that with seasons, weather effects are occurring inside structures. And so at the time that I got this, 243 people had that problem. And I saw a mix of it being actually affecting gameplay or being visuals. I'm not really sure. And obviously the workaround for this is just turn off your rain and snow and storms. And I did, because I saw people having effects from it, I would say turn off your temperature effects too, because I did see some people saying that they had to do this on the bug report. And there's an example of like the rain coming through into the house. Yeah, so that's affecting quite a few people. The next one that I had alluded to earlier is that the dance floor is not working since the latest update, and that is like Get Together, My Wedding Stories, and Horse Ranch. They all have dance floors, and you essentially don't have an option other than to slow dance on the dance floors. Even with music, they don't work. But like I said, the new dance floor, when you get it, it is working. There are a couple of mods to fix the issue, which when I get to the mods section, they're noted there at the end under new mods. And then the last one, this is not necessarily all the mods, but these are the ones. This one I noticed because I aspiration swap a lot, so I have added my Me Too to this one. The aspiration resets to friend of the animals when you go in to, look at it, or if you're going in to swap your aspiration. So if I went in, my sim was on like a food aspiration, and when you open it up, it should show you the food aspiration category and the actual aspiration that they're on when you go and open. But instead, it would go to the far left. So when I only had base game, it would go to the athletic aspiration, but when I had all my packs in, it would go to the friend of the animals, like the person said here. So, which for me is a little frustrating because I tend to aspiration swap a lot. So you have to always go back to wherever you want to go. Anyways, if you have that or any of these bugs, I recommend you go and add a Me Too. And if you've experienced any other bugs, I'd be curious to hear down below. But also don't forget to go check if it's there already, and if not, do a bug report. So now we're going to talk about the mods impact. So Luce has her usual, here's her intro, and it has an index with the different pages, so you can go right to those if you're looking specifically for things. Now, for newly broken, obsolete game mods, there are a few noted here that are still broken. And one to note there is the Twisted Maxi tool mod causes visual glitching in the UI when saving, but the menu is clickable and build mode is fine. And I have not seen an update as to it being updated yet or any note, but this is not that long because actually the updated mod list is quite long already, but we are already, a few days in, and modders try and do their best to get them out if they're able to as quickly as possible. Here are some updated game mods and tools, and I'm not going to read them. I'm just sort of showing you this, but one thing to note is that Lot 51 core library is needed for a lot of mods, and you need to update that. That did break, and it's been updated. And you have here for Little Miss Sam, most of hers were fine, but she did have a pile there that were broken and updated, but she re-updated her group dances last longer mod because it adds a dance floor bug fix due to that bug that I had already mentioned previously. And now, this is a very long list, the updated game mods and tools. Here's a whole, like I said, I'm not reading them because there's so many here. There's the one with respect to the bolded ones are the ones that are more common, or maybe it's like a re-updated one. So you can see that Lot 51 core library was updated. Panda Sama childbirth lot, it got mod, it got updated and thematically is refreshed. Main menu, all main menu mods broke with of course with the main menu overhaul, but it's been updated, and there's a couple there where it was re-updated, and the Sims 4 multiplayer mod was updated, and the Pancake and Mizaruyuki color sliders for hair, clothes, and accessories, and more traits in CIS. And of course, UI Cheats extension broke, but it got updated, and then Zerbu All World or Residential. So the ones I mentioned tend to be the more popular ones, which is why I decided I would discuss those ones or say them. So there was a couple of CIS and build by items that were updated, and now we have cleared by the creator for the patch, which is also pretty long, really. And MCCC was one that was cleared. Little Miss Sam, anything that wasn't updated was cleared. Lot 51 does have mods that were all cleared except for the core library, which got the update. And you can see a few other ones that are bold, including Turbo Driver cleared all of his mods. So, and there's this area here where they weren't cleared by the creator or the team, but there are no reported issues over on the right-hand side. And there's a couple there by Twisted Mexi that are considered okay. And then also the XML injector, which is similar to the Lot 51, which they can be both in your game because it depends on what your modders or mods use. They could use either. They won't use both. They'll only use one or the other. But I have some mods that use Lot 51, and I have others that use the XML injector. So here's just the overall list that she always does, that she keeps current as to what's the most recent version of these core injector testing and protection mods, and it's whatever the current version is. So if you use any of these mods, just make sure you have that current version in your game. And the bold ones are the ones that are particularly popular, is my expectation, just based on my look at it. And here are a couple of new bug fix mods since the update. There's just a regular dance floor fix mod, and then down below there's like the Little Miss Sam one, and then Lunar Brittany has a couple there too that you can see. Though those two, while they're new bug fix mods, aren't new bugs. Anyways, here's just the map just for fun of what we can expect for the Sims 25 anniversary. I already covered it in detail in my other video that covered the behind the Sims and the roadmap, but I just thought we would leave with this up on the screen. And I'm curious what you thought of the update. Did you like the new things, the new main menu, the new Townie home refresh? And did bugs you were interested get fixed? Though we kind of already talked about that a little bit when I did the laundry list one, but I'd love to know in a comment down below. But that's going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!